Hello and welcome to Pick and Boots Vintage Facebook page. Today is Tuesday, so I am here getting ready to do my live with you all. I'm excited about what we're going to do today. It's going to be a lot of fun. This was not a project that I came up with, but I'm going to share with you just a second. I'm going to show you a picture. Let me show you. This is Jen from Clausology. I hope I said that correct. She is in Ohio, and she created this really fun, unique project that I saw on her page. And I decided I needed to have one, so I'm going to make one here with you all today. Let me show you what that is. But this is Jen. She came down to Fort Myers, Florida, and she stopped in and said hello. She's also an Iron Orchid Designs distributor. So she stepped in and we talked, and she's a great person, very nice and very talented. So give her a like or a follow on Instagram and Facebook, and of course TikTok if you're a TikToker. Let me show you what we're going to make. It's super cute. I'm going to copy most of it, but then I'm going to put my little spin on it at the end. So let me just show you what we're going to create today. I just thought this was the cutest thing. Look at that. It's Hello Pumpkin. And this was made with the new Fruitful Harvest stamp by Iron Orchid Designs, or IOD, and with the typesetting font. So that is what we're going to make today. So without any further ado, let's get started. So if you're here with me today live, let me know where you're watching from, and we are going to get started. So let's go with this and this. So here is Sweatshirt. It's just one that I picked up at Joann Fabrics this morning, and I like the color. I would have preferred an off-white, but they did not have one, so I'm going with just white. Now, because I'm going to be stamping, I don't want the ink to go all the way through, so I have a piece of cardboard that I'm going to slide under. Now, some of you are probably wondering, and what I'm going to use to put on the sweatshirt, and will it be washable? Well, the answer is yes, it's washable, and it's going to be the Iron Orchid Designs ink. After you put it on, you can heat set it, and it will stay on your fabric. Okay, so I'm going to make this as straight as possible. All right, there is my, this is my canvas for today. Now, Iron Orchid Designs releases new stuff all the time, probably like every 3 months or so, and this is the new Fruitful Harvest. If you watched last week, I showed you briefly this stamp because I kind of went over all the different new products. This one, though, I just absolutely love, probably because I just love fall. But so you can see there's some pumpkin vines, there's some apples, some wheat. I think that's a maple leaf. And then, of course, you have pumpkins in 2 sizes, some acorns, and then the seeds that fall from the trees that fall like helicopters. Those remind me of being up north. And a couple other different leaves, like an oak and whatever the other one is. But, so today what we're going to do is we're going to use this big pumpkin, and we're going to use one of the pumpkin leaves. So without any further ado, we are going to start. Now, with IOD, they come on this plastic piece. You can either pull them off and put them on another piece of plastic, which is called a thin mount, or because this one is just so big, I'm going to go ahead and leave it on here and just cut it out. I keep all of my stamps in containers like this. These are the scrapbook paper bins, but I like it because sometimes your stamps might fall off, or you just want to take your thin mount and throw it in that, and it just keeps all of your stamps together. I have probably about 10 of these filled with stamps. So let's see. Hey, Dana and Kimberly. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm just going to go ahead and cut this pumpkin out. I'm going to leave the rest of these on. These will all be ones that when I do use them, I'll pull them off and put them on a different piece of plastic. Now these are limited edition. Once they're gone, they're gone. IOD retires everything after the season. But look, so you can already kind of see, even though I haven't stamped it yet, look how cute. Put that to the side. Okay, so I'm going to start with the pumpkin, and then we're going to mask the leaf on. If you don't know what masking is, I'll show you, because all of the stamps come with these, and these are called masks. So we're going to mask the stamp on. That way it won't overlap, but I'm going to show you how to do that in just a second. I'm going to start with the pumpkin. So what we're going to do is I'm going to use the color Stone, the ink Stone by Iron Orchid, and I'm going to put it just on a piece of glass. I like to use the ink on glass. I'm trying to see, where am I going to put this? I'm kind of a messy crafter, and I don't want to get any extra ink where it doesn't belong. So let me stick that over here. Is that still in the picture? Nope. That's all right. So I'll just show you. Here's my glass. Here's my ink. And I'm just going to spray a little bit out on a piece of glass. I'm then going to take my brayer, which this is what I love to put. Some people use the stamp pad. Some people use chalk paint. I like to use the brayer and the ink. It gives me a nice even coat. Grab this. Because I don't want to accidentally get ink on my shirt, I'm going to roll it on this piece of cardboard. So I just take my brayer and I'm going to roll it out. Now I'm going to roll it, watch, on my stamp. Let me move this over. I don't want to put too much ink on because I don't want it to be sloppy. I want it to leave just a nice imprint on my shirt. Now, I didn't practice this one before, so I'm hoping that I create a nice imprint and don't smear too much. But as you can see, I'm getting some ink. That is why I chose to put it on cardboard backing so I didn't get on the shirt while I was inking. Okay, so put this to the side. I'm done with that for a minute. I'm gonna grab a baby wipe because I do have a little bit of ink, and I just want to make sure that I don't have any extra ink because I am stamping on white, so I want to make sure I get off my fingers. I have it on the edge here. Do you have to do this? No, but I just wanted to do it just because I want to make sure it comes out nice. And then I have some up here on the edge. All right. Make sure my fingers are clean. Now, I can press hard to get a deeper imprint, or I could press light to give it a lighter imprint. I didn't put that much ink on. Okay, so some of you will probably measure, and some of you will be like me and just eyeball it. And that's what I'm going to do today. It doesn't have to be perfect. So right there. So I set that down, and now I'm just going to lightly take my fingers and push down along the whole stamp. I want to make sure that I'm pushing at all the little details because I want all the different lines to show up. I'm not pushing too hard, I'm just applying enough pressure to release the color. Again, I used the color Stone in the ink by IOD. Getting a little nervous. Hi Nina, welcome. So if you're popping on and you have any questions, just drop them in. If I see that, I'll answer it live. If not, I will, of course, answer it after the video is finished. Okay, so let's hope this worked. I'm going to take a sneak peek. Ta-da! Oh, I love it. Look at that. It came out awesome. Now, there are some, like, what do you say, bigger drops. I'm not exactly sure why that is or what it is, but actually it looks really good on here. I like it. Yay. Okay, so now we're going to do the leaf. Let me get the leaf. where did I put that one? Here it is. I'm going to pull off, I think I'm going to use this leaf because this one looks more like a pumpkin leaf. Now, I haven't used this one yet. When you get new stamps by Iron Orchid, probably any new stamp, you want to use a sanding pad or sandpaper and just lightly season, it's called season or whatever, get your stamp ready to use. This will take the paint in your medium better and it'll give you a better impression. I'm just going to do the leaf that I'm using now. I'll get the other ones later. I had already done the pumpkin and because I showed it in another video, so that's why. All right, so I am going to pull this leaf off because this is what we're going to stamp next. And you can't be too hurtful, even though it sticks a little. If you just pull, it'll go back to shape. There we are. So take that pumpkin off. Stick that over here. Now, if I were to put this down, I would be putting the leaf on top, which I can do because I can stamp it in green. The Iron Orchid does have a green, but I want it to kind of look like it's behind it. Or do I? Maybe not. Maybe I do want to stick it right on top. Anyway, I told you I would tell you how to mask, so I'll tell you how to do that real quick. So these masks, what it is simply just a piece of plastic that is cut out in the exact shape of the stamp. I'll open this one and take it out and show you. So here's the mask. So what I can do, when this is dry, it should be dry, I just stick this on top of here, line it up pretty good, and then when I go to stamp, I could stamp this on, and only the leaf part that is above the mask will actually stamp. The rest of the ink will go on the mask part and block it from going on my pumpkin. But I kind of want, I think I want the, I can't decide. Somebody, Shannon, I'll be happy to make you one. Just bring him this shirt. But golly, what do you guys think? For those of you that are on and watching live, should I put the stamp on top of it or should I mask it? I wanted it to stay monochromatic. I wanted to keep it in the same color. I could use a green, but I think I'm gonna put it this side. And oh, what do you think? What do you think? Anybody? No, you know what? I am going to put it here and I'm not gonna mask it. I want all my leaf lines to show like it's actually in the front of the pumpkin. So I won't be using the masks, but at least you know now how to use a mask. So we'll put that over here. And I'm going to grab just a piece of plastic. These are called thin mounts. They come in really big sheets. You can cut them down to whatever size you need. The older ones are clear. The newer ones have grids and curved lines. I'm going to show you that in just a minute when we do the word. But for now, we're going to do this, just the pumpkin. I mean the leaf on your left. This right over here, right? Ooh, Kimberly said mask it. Ooh, on top. I don't know. I think I want to see the leaf, so I guess I could mask one and put one in front. All right, so let me get my board. It fell. I put my leaf on here because I don't want to get my ink. I'm just taking my brayer and, oops, let me get back to that. Taking the brayer and lightly going over the stamp. So there's that. Let me get off any extra ink. And here we go. Okay, I will do both. So I'm gonna put this guy right here. I just want to make sure I don't have any extra ink on there or my fingers. Put it right here. And I'm just going to lightly push. So I have this one on top, and then we'll mask a smaller one right over here. How's that? Again, I want to thank Jen from Clausology for showing me this. This is such a neat project. I just absolutely think it's so super cute. Okay, so this one, you can see the leaf is on top. Now we're gonna mask one behind. So let me get my mask. Just let the leaf dry for just a second. And let me grab a smaller leaf. So I'm gonna have to again sand it. So I'm just gonna grab, let's see, and this one, it has a little vine, so that'd be cute behind it. So I'll do this one here. Let me just, and these stamps are super easy for cleanup. All you do is wash them with a little bit of warm water and some soap. Let them dry upside down because these, the other side is the sticky part, so you don't want that to dry to a paper towel. So let them dry upside down and put them either back on this or on another piece of plastic, whatever you think is best. Okay, I'm actually gonna go ahead and just cut this thin mount so it'll fit my stamp. That's what's so good about these thin mounts. You can cut them to whatever size you need. I have a whole stack of them, all different sizes. All right, so I'm gonna put my stamp on here. And, oh, I dropped the board again. But that's all right, I'll just hold this one this time. And I'm gonna lightly put the ink on. Just to be safe, because I'm using white, I'm gonna get all the extra wet ink off. Now, my mask is in place, so when I stamp, I want to make sure I go straight down, but it's going to look like the leaf is behind it. So let's see how we're going to do this. Do I want any of the vine? No. I'm going to do it just like, oh boy, that. Committed, it's down, it's there. So I'm going to lightly push. And I'm going to lift. So now you can see that stamp is on the shirt, but it's also on the mask. So when I pick up the mask, the stamp now looks like it's behind the pumpkin. So yay! That's how easy a mask is. Then you can just wipe it off. And then you want to save this for other projects. All right, so there we have it. Here is your pumpkin. What do you think? I love him. I was so happy when I saw her create this. I knew I had to have one. I'm going to say it again. Follow Jen at Clausology. Her link is in the description. Give her some love because this is definitely her idea, or at least that's where I got it from. So I'm sure it's her idea. All right, so now we're going to have some fun with stamps. This is a typesetting stamp. It comes with an uppercase set and a lowercase set. They probably have like, I don't know, 10 different fonts, but this is a nice size one. And what she did was she put hello here and she arched it. So we're gonna do the same thing, and I'm gonna show you how to get a perfect arch. Now, remember I was telling you about the thin mounts, how there's one that has grids on them? The grid, it also has, see the red line? Can you see that? That is for different arches or curves. So when I put this down, I could see, do I want to use, which curve I want to use that would fit over the pumpkin better. The blue line is the center. And then you can curve your letters around. Now, the thing about all the fonts are, there's only one of each letter. So sometimes you have to put it down, place hold, pick it up and move it, and come back on your second round and put your second letter in. So like we're gonna do hello, 2 L's. So we'll place hold it, move it over one, and then come back and do it. And I'll show you exactly what I'm talking about. So we're gonna start with, hello is 5 letters. We're always gonna start with the middle. So we're gonna start with an L. I'm gonna pull this off. Now I'm gonna choose to use this medium one here. I like this one. So I'm gonna stick the L right on the top, right in the center, right on that blue line. And so I'm gonna go, it's gotta go backwards because when I flip it over, it's gotta be mirrored. If you guys have a Cricut or a Silhouette, and you know when you do iron-ons, you gotta mirror. All right, so E is next. And then the H. I could have had this pre-done, but I wanted to actually show you the process. That's why I didn't have it pre-done. So that is why. Now, I'm going to go the other way. Now I need another L. I don't have another L, so all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna remember where the L drops off with my, hold it with my finger. I'm gonna pick it up and I'm gonna move it and put it here. That way, when I go back to do my second L, I'll know exactly where it goes. It'll go right in the middle. N-O for hello. So there we go. Perfect arch. That is why these thin mounts are so awesome. All right, I'm gonna use the same color because I want to try to keep it all the same. And I'm gonna ink it real quick. Same, I know, I should put it over here. I don't want to do it on my shirt down here because I know I'll get it all over it. And I'm gonna just wipe off, see the extra ink there? I want to get that off just because I don't want to take any chances of getting ink where it does not belong. Now this won't be perfect. Some places will have more ink than other places, and that's okay. So I'm going to take the blue line and I'm going to center it over my pumpkin as best as possible. Let's see, right about, oh boy, we're just going for it right there. I'm gonna set it down and I'm gonna push lightly on each letter, not too heavy, just light enough to transfer the ink. All right, this part makes me nervous, lifting this up because it's bigger. So make sure all the ink is off my fingers. Ta-da! Yay! Hilo! All right, so now what we're gonna do is I'm gonna show you how to go back and just add the L. I'm gonna pull off the H, the E, the O. Normally I would leave them on and just put them where it needed to be filled in, but I know it goes right on that blue line. That's why I pulled the other ones off. Normally I'll leave it on until I put it in its new spot, but this time I didn't have to because I know right where he goes. Okay, so I'm gonna ink my L. And hopefully put it right where it needs to go. Trying to line up with the circle of the, all right. It's okay if it's not perfect. Ta-da! Yay! So, how cute is this? Let me show it full screen. Look at how adorable. Adorable. And yes, this one's mine. I'm keeping this one. And, but I do have plenty of these stamps in stock along with the stone ink and the thin mount. So if you want to make one, and I do ship, or you can find a local retailer that sells the IOD and they will be happy to send it to you. Okay, so I want to put a different spin on this. It's so cute. I was going to take some of the ink and just spritz it down on the ends and on the cuffs, just for a little added, but I don't know, it's so cute. I don't know if I want to do that now. Let's go this way. So, What do you think? Yes, Kim, they are great. They are fun to use. So I think I will, just because I want to be different. So I have my little mister bottle here, and you can see it's really filthy because I use it a lot when I paint. I'm always using a little bit of water. Now, I've never done this before. I'm going to try it. Normally you use Rit dye, but I'm going to try it with ink. I'm going to put a little bit of ink in the bottle. I don't want to do it with the t-shirt because my luck, I'll drip it on the t-shirt. Let's see if this even mixes. No, I don't like it. It's too clumpy, so we're not going to do that. See how clumpy it is? I probably should have to, I'll probably have to use Rit dye. So I was just going to spray it just to get a little bit of like an ombre, but we're going to skip that part. I'm going to leave it just like this. I might put a vine with the leaves, but for right now, I think we're going to end it right here. I want to say thank you for joining me as always. Oh, real quick, tomorrow at noon Eastern time, I will be on the Iron Orchid Designs page, and 9 Pacific, 9 a.m. We're going to be making a bunch of these clay pots using the Brocante transfer and the new Vintage Textures stamp. And then Wednesday night, I'll be on the Recycled Treasures paper. It's 12 days of Christmas, and we're doing Christmas projects. I'm going to be making some tags, like wine tags, gift tags, different tags like that, using the decoupage. So those are some cute things coming out tomorrow. If you're available, check it out. If not, I'm sure I'll share it here and there'll be a replay. So thank you for joining me. And if you are so inclined to make your own shirt, let me go back, stop in and you can get the supplies here. I can mail them to you. You can get them from your local retailer, or like Shannon, you can borrow mine because you are here. So, all right, thanks again, Jen. And make sure you go give her some love. Follow her on Instagram and Facebook. It's Closetology. The link is in the description. All right, take care, guys. Have a great day.